I'm gonna try something new for once. A game review. It's unscripted, by the way. I'm not good at scripting and I would lose interest before I was done. Dark Souls 3 is the final game in the Dark Souls trilogy. I've played the first ones, like the remastered, didn't like it. Skipped the second one. Dear God, all I've heard about that game is that it sucks. I went straight to the third one. Now, what was my honest opinion? I'm gonna give the short version right now so that in case anyone doesn't want to sit through this entire review, they can just hear my conclusion. I give it a 9 out of 10. It stumbles, but it's so close to being perfect. So, yeah, that's in case you wanna not hear me talk now for a while with awkward pauses. Now, let's just talk more in depth, and I'll start with level design. Yeah, sure, why not? How do I explain this? Some of them are wonderful, like you got places like, no, I got nothing, most of it's terrible, or just decent. Yeah, I'll point out some of the low points instead. So we got the swamp, right? It's in every single game they make, and it's always horrible. No exceptions. Yeah. Poison, slow down enemies that also inflict with poison for some reason. The good thing is that there's often some weak enemies that you can grind on there. I'll talk about the bosses in these areas later. I'll probably talk about each boss per singling out them out. Yeah, perfect at that sentence. Now, another bad place. The castle. A start area there. Like a bunch of super strong units that kill in a couple hits unless you're a tank build. And how it works makes it hard to grind. So, what's after this exact area? Another horrible area. This place filled with 2 dragons that you have to get past, and if you don't, sucks to be you, I suppose. At least there's some easy way to get there. Like, I didn't know that in my first playthrough, which I see as a bad game design. But what will you do? Yeah, I think that's about it for the levels, as I don't have much to say about them. They're not that special, most of them, except for, the couple horrible places I just said. I didn't go too much in depth. That's because I'm not good at going in depth. Okay, bosses is probably gonna be the next theme, since it's an important part of the Dark Souls formula. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so I'll start with the first boss, Iodex Gundyr. Good opening boss teaches you the game well. It learns you that blocking is not gonna be viable. Yeah, learn the faster pace of the game compared to Dark Souls 1 and 2. You get to fight, like, it has a cool surprise with the slug thing. Yeah, it's good. Now you go to the next boss, Fat Ice Guy. Oh god, he goes straight from such a great boss to something so bad. Now, I call him only bad because I've experienced a lot more of him than most people have. First, in the playthrough I did, where in my first playthrough, it was hard because of certain things like unpredictable moves, bad, visualization of. It was hard to tell when I was gonna attack. Then we have my biggest issue with him. That was quite loud for some reason. My biggest issue with him came from when I did my fistless or weaponless run. What you'll find out is that he has horrible hitboxes, deals way too much damage for when he does, and that charge move he does at the start of phase 2, he can do that again multiple times throughout, and he just instantly does it unless he's pointing in the opposite direction of you. It lets you punish, but it's not worth it. what's my next? So then we go on to Curse Rod Great Wood. Not great either. You kind of need to beat him if you want some of the coolest items in the game. But, you know, at least he had an interesting idea. It wasn't just like the big guys, many healths. Instead, he's a big guy who you get to have the absolute joy of punching his balls. Now, what's the next boss after that? Then we go another while before we meet, oh yes, the worst boss in the game. Now, you might be asking, oh, whoever could that be? Oh, that's quite simple. It's the multiple man. You know, the guy who's there's a lot of him. I want to forget his name because I absolutely hate him. He's bullshit in every single way, and I can't express how much I despise him. And then we go another while without a boss. Or you could go and fight the Great Sage, but I'm gonna go this route first. If you go this way, you end up in... Your next boss is gonna be Skeleton Man. Yeah. Skeleton Man is easy as shit. Weird to go from one of the worst bosses to one of the easiest ones, but you know. He exists, he can spawn some skeletons, he has swords. Not much to say about him, he's quite easy. So, yeah. You defeat him and then you find out you can't go on. Oh yeah, secret boss, Old Demon King. He's easy as hell. Don't worry about him. Just either roll for his final attack or just run away. Use the old Joestar technique, JoJo reference. So now we go the other way, fight the Great Sage. I'd give it it's a pretty decent boss. Interesting mechanic with it spawning multiple versions of itself. And the easy way to determine which one is the real one, it makes it a pretty good boss. I just don't like its attacks. Hey, do you like fighting like 6,000 regular enemies as a boss? No, well, too bad. Next guy is super easy. I yet again forget his name. Their name. They're bad. You get a thing from them so you can pass on. Next boss is... I'm gonna go the optional, but the other route first. The way that you go leads you to oh god, which boss was that again? Oh yeah, you go well without a boss, then you find Ehorm the Giant, or as I like to call him, Barney the Giant Guy, the incredible bulk with the grey, dead guy. Now, he's easy as long as you understand his gimmick. If you don't, do the quest line. That's all I can say. Good luck with him unless you understand you have to pick up the sword. So yeah, you shouldn't struggle too much with him if you've played the Souls game before. Now, where do we go next from here? We go back and we fight... Double Sword Man. Double Sword, and yet again, I don't remember names. The Double Sword guy is another one of my favorite bosses, despite being horrible at parrying. It's just fun. Because it doesn't feel super unfair. Except from the long combos. Which are 90% of his moveset. Yet I still like him, I don't know. Sumi. Katsumi. I'm horrible at staying concentrated. So after you defeat him, you continue walking, just ignore that little hidden side area and just keep on walking, and then you walk some more. You end up at God Eater. She eats gods, but she never actually ate a god, I believe. Dark Souls lore is weird. She's really easy. Her arrow attack that people complain about is pretty easy to dodge as long as you invested enough in stamina. If you didn't, you should have invested more in stamina. And then we go back and fight the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I have not much to say about this one, just know that you will beat them. As long as you don't get to it's overconfident, which I didn't get. Now we keep on walking a bit more without any bosses, yeah. And I'm gonna yet again go optional route first. This one's actually optional. First you fight the king, the old king, dragon man. And his son Ocelot, or the son doesn't fight, but I'm gonna mention him because if you've played the game, you'll have the name Ocelot buried into your skull. Then we have Champion Gundyr, which is a rematch against Iodex, just that he's way stronger. Much more fun. Yes, I did need help beating him by one, like using the summon mechanic that you get from defeating the samurai outside the Firelink Shrine, but overall it's not too bad. Now, next boss that you have to fight, because now you've gone here, so now we're gonna backtrack a bit to an earlier area, which was the dungeon, which is where you have to go through to get to Ehorm the Giant. And you do an emote, you end up in a place. Oh yeah, the dungeon sucks. Absolutely horrible, should have mentioned that. I repressed memory. Now, what would I say about that area? It's like the optional area that you get to by doing that emote. It's fun. First you have the dragon boss, which is more of a speedrunning challenge. Just run to the place, don't get killed, don't die, basically. Yeah, and don't suck at hitting his head like I did that one time. And then we end up at the Nameless King in King of Storms. This is the most challenging boss in the most challenging non-DLC boss in Dark Souls, and I don't have much to say about him. He exists. He fights people. Don't die against them. Yeah. Then again, I'm not good at talking. Now, what would I say about the next boss? Or where are we going now for the boss? Oh yeah, Dragon Slayer armor, Dragon Slayer Knight. I'm gonna ignore the mini boss fight against. Oh wait, that comes later. But yeah, there's a mini boss fight later against the magic woman. Gonna ignore it. It's a mini boss. So now you fight this guy, right? So this giant armor is one of the best bosses, but also one of the most bullshit. Just know that it's not fun. Sorry about the watermark that's gonna be in the video, by the way. I know I just should have apologized about that at the start. And this is a 13-minute long video, jeez. Yeah, after you beat him, you keep on walking, you get to the two princes. Annoying, boring, bullshit boss. It's fun. Yeah, boring and fun. Now there's only one boss left. Solicinder. Dear God, what would I say about this guy? He's magnificent in every sense of the word. His fighting style being like a callback to the final boss of the first game. The fact that he's like, he knows everything. Like he has every single fighting style you can basically have in the game. He has magic, he has physical, that's about it. What would have been cool if he could just stop using weapons if he did something specific. Like if you didn't pull out a weapon, he wouldn't either, and he would just beat the living shit out of you with his bare hands. You beat him and you beat the game. I haven't bought the DLC, so I wouldn't be able to tell you much about that. There's a dragon. Yeah. That's basically it for the bosses. What would I say next? Gameplay, just can sum it up in one sentence. It's fun, and somehow it doesn't get old despite not doing something new, ever. Now, music, magnificent. I didn't listen to it that much, as I am not a big music guy. Yeah. What would I say about... What else is there to say, really? yeah. Overall, the enemies can be a bit bullshit in some areas, like the dragon area, the swamp, yeah, especially the dungeon. Dear God, if you go there, you'll know I hate it. I know that this has a lot of like quiet spots, and I'm not gonna cut this at all because I'm not good enough to do that without it sounding horribly. This has been a new fun change of pace. I'm just gonna have footage in the background. Yeah. Have a good one. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't, dislike the video and show it to someone you hate. If I swear to God, if one of my friends shows me this video, I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face. Have a good one. Drink water.